Welcome to 50 Woodville Street, Edgware. This is one of the homes that will hopefully be on the Superhome Tour. As you can see, it will be a mid-build viewing. It was built in 1913 as a villa and was severely damaged in the 4th of September 2010 earthquake. We've been battling EQC and insurance companies since then to get this house renovated. The positive side of that, of course, is that we're now turning into a high-performance, healthy home villa restoration, so a super villa. So obviously, as I just said, this was severely smashed up in the Christchurch earthquake sequence, primarily the September earthquake. There was a lot of liquefaction and flooding in this area. The structural resilience is a key part of every healthy home, every high performance home, and there is nothing solid under these foundations in this ground. So we've used a forest of 6-metre long poles at 910mm centres under this foundation to stiffen the ground, and then we've put a 300mm thick concrete fully reinforced concrete under slab under here, and then we've used these ABI piers as our foundation support, like piles to support the floor structure. And you can see on the outside we've taken the weatherboards off. We've rigid air buried with ply bracing. That'll be our bracing layer, and we've got Proclima's Solitex Extensa on the outside as the weather-tight membrane.
So when I moved into this house in 2009, it was looking in a not very transitional villa state, but it is actually a twin of this house next door, which had been renovated. So this house has been my inspiration over the last 13 years, and hopefully in the next few weeks when you come and visit, we will have a little replica sitting next door to this one. But if you really want to come and see my house, this is what it will hopefully look like on the outside.
Okay,
it's 1910 transitional villa. This is what it looked in 1953. I was fortunate to buy the house off the cousins of someone I went to school with, so they gave me this photo. So the aim is to restore the exterior of the house to look like this. As you can see, we're getting there. The sun porch is gone, the flat goldfish straight window's gone. We've got a repurposed bay window, and the aim is to put replica chimneys pots at the top, so there will be no chimneys inside the house. They've gone, but there'll be some replica chimney pots on the roof.
So when we went to pick this house up to move it to the back of the site so we could do the foundations I just showed before, we discovered that the rear lean-to section of the house had it very, really poorly constructed. Almost an afterthought, as they often were in those days. And so they've been replaced with a whole new rear of the house, and then we've insulated with Terralana insulation, and that's all in now. Then the next step is to use the Proclima Intello wrap to help make the house as airtight as we possibly can. So I'm now standing in what was the lounge chimney, which has been come out. One of the questions that everybody asks is how are we going to make these old floorboards airtight, because the old tongue and groove floorboards are far from airtight. After lots of discussion, we've decided to spray foam under here, and that will hopefully happen in a couple of weeks. The spray foam will make the floor very, very airtight and highly insulated. So the idea of the renovation of Margaret's villa is to try and return it as close as possible to period style. So that means keeping the old doors, and all the wood panelling will stay, and skirting, so as much of the history as possible.
And the windows.
And Margaret's trying to keep the old windows too. I've spent hours and hours trying to talk her around for new airtight windows, but she's not having a bar of it. So I tried to make things airtight, but
so we're double glazing with Metro glass.
Yes, we are going to put some double glazing units in with Metro, and Darren Ballantyne will be here on the day to explain the difference performance in low E glass that they have around. So one of the features of these old villas is no douangs. Look, no douangs. I can walk through. No douangs. No douangs. No dogs. No needed. Not needed. So it makes it very, very easy to add extra insulation, and a lot easier, a lot less thermal bridging. This is Terralana insulation, wall insulation, local Christchurch product, and very easy to install. See, it's installed pretty tightly there.